Take this! Accelerator Bola! You're mine!
Your wings won't save you from me!
Ignite!
Now you
Got
see what I
fired!
can...
I'm done now! Let a marksman
See what happened there as you crossed me.
All yours!
Shouldn't have done that.
Crush! It's over! Severing wing! I'm not done!
Shield and I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
This one's all mine!
Swallow dance!
Am I on a roller? What?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hey, didn't we come through here earlier?
That's... Yeah, I think you're right. Right. I don't know where we are anymore.
Everything around us looks the same. It's even...
No backing down!
Not today!
Primed and ready! On guard!
Looks up! Two heads! That's not even fair!
I'm not done!
Fine freak! What did they touch it? You make me angry!
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Megasonic Thrust!
Enemy wheels on two.
We'll soon see about astral energy!
Say no more!
I'll heal you!
This one's mine!
Here and now!
Healing circle!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Where are you going?
You picked the wrong fight!
Dragon Shout!
Will this help?
Flaming Thrust!
Hurricane
You're on!
Strike!
I'm on! Megasonic Thrust!
Three!
Inferno Punch!
Severing Wind!
Look out!
Here I
crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout!
Take this! Lewis! It's over!
Hurricane Strike!
Megasonic
Instant!
Thrust! Severing Wing!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I'll heal you
Not
all!
a chance!
Blow away!
No escape! Not today!
Freaking doesn't!
Far enough!
I'll smash you!
Healing Circle!
Here I come! No escape!
Instant!
Mirage! Megasonic Thrust! Here!
Fury! Pierce Evil! Freeze Laser!
There are three
Hurricane here and now!
Mirage! Megasonic
Pierce
Thrust!
Evil!
Here!
Inferno!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika! This one's mine!
Win! Mirage! Try harder! Not a chance! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
I really owe
You're
you one.
mine!
Hurricane
I'm not done!
Lightning strike!
Mirage!
Anything in order is all
Megasonic
mine!
Thrust!
I'll smash you!
Here!
Great sword! See what happened there as you crossed. Should have done that.
I'll heal you
Take
all!
this! I'm not done!
I don't have much left!
Hurricane Strike! Mega Ray!
Leave the charge!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout! Here goes!
Here I come!
Dragon meteor!
Mirage!
Easy as discharge!
Pierce!
Ludicrous!
I'm not done!
Let me know!
Annihilation!
Mirage!
There you go!
Mirage! Here I come!
I'll heal you
No
all!
escape!
Maximum burst!
Mirage!
Healing Circle!
Eat this! That's enough!
Freezing Storm!
Hurricane! I'm on a roll now!
Megasonic Thrust! Oh! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I've been doing really great lately. Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
No choice. Glory to Boron! Take it! Severing Wind!
Freezing
You're
storm!
out! You picked the wrong fight! Take it! Strike! You're out!
Swallow dance!
This one's mine! This
Mega Sonic!
The enemy feels our too.
We'll see about that!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Should have done that.
Severing Wind! Eat this! You're mine!
One more!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Infernal punch! There's always room for improvement.
I won't forgive you! Not in your dreams! This one's mine!
Now you see what I can watch this!
Here I come! Lightning thrust! You're on!
Will this help? That's my cue!
Shut him down!
None gonna...
Keep watching!
Appreciate the help.
Ignite! Here I come!
Now I'm in the groove!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
There!
My turn!
Go!
You're on!
Denied!
Here's
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
What is this place?
Look! Over there! Looks like there's no backing out now.
Ah, the old roaring beast welcome, eh? No class.
Look sharp, everyone!
While we're on rolling out the red carpet?
Yeah, some hospitality.
Can we all concentrate on fighting this thing? And again!
You're mine!
It's in the sky and we're on!
Escape!
Now you see what I can do!
The flame inside is yours!
Hit it
to be
where it
set free.
Watch this!
Oh, too shy to come over! Here!
Burn!
Here's a healing arc!
I don't feel so well.
You should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun. No way.
I'm not done!
Will this help?
Severing wind!
Where are you going?
Now I'm in the groove!
I'll heal you all!
You're mine! Astro Bart?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
This one's mine!
I'll tear you apart!
Mirage!
I'll smash you!
Lunar Blast! You idiot! Let me help! First
I
aid!
owe you one back!
Water! Heal my
dance!
flow!
Severing wind!
Hurricane healing
Try
arc!
harder! Not a chance!
First
You
aid!
made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Arc field!
Burn!
I'm gone! This one's mine! Alice Storm! Hurricane Strike! Hurricane Strike!
Watch this!
Hurricane Healing Wall!
All good
Mirage!
things come to an end!
Ground and Will this help? In here!
Done!
Will this help?
Done!
Meteor! I'll heal you all!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Healing
You're armed!
Thanks!
Dragon Shout! I'll finish you here and now! Take this! Death Blossom!
Hurricane you all!
Do it! Flaming Meteor!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Will this help?
You're on just getting started!
The Super Swallow!
You're dead!
Healing Circle! There's something in the tower!
Hey, hey! We didn't ask for a replacement!
Ignite!
Annihilation! Healing Fury! Where are you going, Lunar?
Take this!
Hurricane Strike!
Mirage!
Push off!
You're
Healing Circle!
I'm gone!
Eat dirt!
I'll tear you apart! Meteor!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Almost there. Behind me.
Got it. Leave it to you! Here I come! No escape!
Lightning strike! Swallow dance! Now in the group!
Here goes!
Super swallow dance!
Strike!
Healing circle!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Switch to
No
armor!
escape!
A new leaf on life!
Frickin' does it!
Healing circle!
Here I
This
come!
one's for me. No. Don't leave me all alone here.
Inspiration! I could do this all day!
That's much
In here! Discharge!
better!
Thunder touch!
Hurricane strike!
Big
Way to
blast!
go!
Burn!
Lightning strike!
Searing
Take it!
tempest! And that's my
I'm
will!
not done!
Flare tornado!
Leave the chargers to
Here's
me.
the healing art!
Now I'm in the groove!
Hang on!
Talon sword!
How about this?
Hurricane strike!
Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Will this help?
My turn!
Now I'm in
That's
the
one of
groove!
them taken care of.
Should make things easier at least.
Swallow dance!
No escape! Wait! Something's happening!
They fuse together?
Ray!
Eat this! Dragon
Lunar
Shell!
blast! And became worse by the looks of it.
Is this its true form?
No escape! Try harder!
That's
My
freaking
turn!
does it!
You're mine!
Healing circle!
I'm not done!
Appreciate the help.
Inspiration!
Instant!
You do this all day!
Strike! Here, let me help!
You're mine!
First aid!
Tectonic
You're
spark!
mine!
I'm on a roll
Freezing
now!
storm!
Talon hurricane!
Strike!
Inferno power! Anything in armor is all mine!
Megasonic thrust!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help.
Freezing hail!
First strike!
Try harder! This one's all
Ripping
mine!
tear!
Tornado!
You picked the wrong
Roll
fight!
now!
Here I come!
Eagle assault!
This one's mine!
There you
It's
go!
over.
Far enough! I'm just getting started!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
I'm on! Watch it!
Not done! My judgment!
Here I come! Win!
Swallow dance!
You're on!
Now
Try
in the
harder!
groove!
Now! Here I
Here's a
come!
healing art!
You!
First aid!
Thanks! This one's all
I'll
mine!
finish you here and now!
Charge.
Ignite!
Take it! Hurricane!
Water, hear my call!
Severing wing!
Stay
You're
ready!
on!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Megasonic thrust! Now! While it's reeling!
Take it down!
It's over! Win!
First aid!
You're on! Hit!
Hurricane Talon Sword! Power of water!
I'm not done!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'll heal you all!
The flame inside me yearns to be let
Hurricane
free!
Strike!
Not today!
Lightning Strike! Not on my watch!
Eagle
Hurricane
assault!
Blast! By the power of water! This one's mine! Searing Fire! I'll heal you all!
Inspiration! Now do
Healing
this all
Circle!
day!
Here I
Lion
come!
Howl!
No escape!
Swallow dance!
Frozen ready!
That's
Annihilation! Lightning!
Swallow dance! Shouldn't have messed with me! Inspiration!
I never miss! Hurricane Strike! I'll heal you all!
You're mine!
I'll smash you!
Arch
I'll
Steel!
finish you here and now!
Healing Circle!
You're on!
Super dance! Talon hurricane!
You're mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shell!
Will this help?
Risen tear!
Here I come!
Hurricane Strike!
Eagle assault!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Water!
Here I come! No escape!
Hurricane
You're
Strike!
on!
Burning
Megasonic
Laser
Thrust!
Spear!
Take this!
It's go time!
Take this!
Eagle Assault!
Take this!
Hurricane Strike! This one's mine!
Burn! Armor won't save you! Shield and
Here I come!
Hurricane Strike!
It was nice while
Severing Wing! Ignite!
Hurricane Strike!
far enough! I'll tear you apart!
Your shot!
Hurricane Strike! Healing Arm!
No further! Can't move!
Come on! Glaze
can do it.
Here's evil!
Watch it!
Freeze Lancer!
Inspiration! I can do this all
I'll
day!
bring you back from
Go
death
again.
abyss!
Eat this!
Resuscitation!
Powered hurricane!
Lunar Blast!
Eagle Dive!
This one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
I'll heal you all!
Savage roll!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! We did it! Everyone hanging in there?
Just about. Though if we have to waste our energy on many more like that, I don't fancy our chances against Volron. We gotta try to conserve.
That sound again.
You must be worried we'll have a change of heart. He's certainly pulling out all the stops.
Alphen, I know it's hard, but we have to stay focused on moving forward.
I know.
Are you doing okay, Shion?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
We don't know what else Volron's got up his sleeve. Be careful, all right?
I'll go check and see if the coast is clear.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. Just wondering what that was all about.
Huh?
It's just, you don't think Shion is acting kinda weird around Alphen, do you?
Like standoffish weird? Isn't she always like that?
No, not that. I mean, since we rescued her.
Then I guess. Maybe it's the identical ancestor thing.
Maybe. I guess that could be it.
You sure you're not reading into it? What? What'd I say?
Nothing. Just forget it.
I can never win with you. You know that?
I wonder if we're getting any closer to finding Volron.
I sure hope so.
We'll find him. When we do, there'll be hell to pay.
Hey, Kisara. Have you noticed how Shion...
Seems to be grappling with something all by herself?
Yeah. She's been acting differently around us ever since we rescued her. The same towards Alphen, too. Now that Alphen's regained his memories and his sense of pain, maybe she's become more self-conscious that she still has her thorns. In which case, it makes sense that she'd be feeling out of sorts. But I can't help but think there's something else, too.
You're wondering if there's anything you can do to help her.
Shion said something to me once. Something that helped me move forward. So I'd like to return the favor and do that for her too. The only problem is, even if I did have the chance to talk to her, I don't know what I could say that would help.
Shion's dealing with a lot right now. Maybe more than she can handle. Trying to unravel the threads of her own worries, that's challenge enough itself. Not to mention that trying to wade in blindly would probably end up making things even worse than they already are.
But how do we help her then?
For the time being, I think all we can do is be patient and keep an eye on her. That way, when she's finally ready to let us in, we'll be right there to lend her a shoulder.
I hope you're right.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hootle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Volron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I wanted you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself. So all this, kidnapping sheep, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time? I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power brings upon you. I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved! Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate plea. Well, I look forward to disappointing you. Ignite!
Glacial Fire! Lunar Strike! Switch arcade! Eagle Meteor!
How about some of
Mirage!
this?
Here's evil!
This one's mine! Mirage!
Take this.
Prepare to be seized! I'm on it!
He just won't stay still.
If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
I owe you one.
Here
Take
goes!
this.
Done to done!
Here! This one's mine!
Now!
This!
Did we get him?
He's open! Let's go!
You picked the wrong.
Arch field!
River Dragon! I'm on a roll! I'll smash you! Look sharp! Igneous discharge!
It's perfect.
Strike!
Severing Wind.
I'll tear you apart!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Watch this! Hurricane Strike!
Mirage!
How about this? What's with this head? I'm all stuck! Eagle Assault!
Enjoy.
Talon Hurricane! This one's mine!
Try harder. This one's all mine.
Strike! Talon Hurricane!
You picked.
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
You won't!
There. You're mine.
Glacial Tiger! Swallow Kick!
What's he planning?
Leave the ensnaring to
This looks bad. We've gotta stop him!
Take this.
Take this!
Let's fire it up. I'm not the one's wrong.
Hurricane Dance! Rip its hair!
This one's mine!
All boys, you hear it now! Hurricane Strike!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying. Eyes on the ground. Here it comes.
Damn it! Don't take your attention! Of him, Eagle! I can do this all day!
None shall escape my judgment!
Swallow
Take
Kick!
this.
Flaming Meteor! Prepare to be seized! I'm just getting started!
My turn.
Lunar Arc!
Take this.
Hurricane
Shouldn't have
Strike!
messed with me.
First aid!
Lightning Strike! Swallow
Take
Kick!
this.
Downfall!
The flame inside me yearns to be let
Silent
free.
hit!
I'm on it!
Annihilation!
Take this.
Here's a... Healing Heart!
Enjoy.
First aid!
Thanks, Tion. Igneous Discharge!
Radiant Pierce!
Take this.
Anything in armor is all
None
right!
shall escape my judgment!
Die. Take this. Take this.
It's time! Blow away! Hurricane Strike!
Die.
Healing Circle! Going in!
Take this.
Hurricane Strike!
Where are you going?
Eagle Fly! Going in!
Take this.
Maximum burst! Graviton speed!
Flaming Meteor!
No escape. Take this.
Talon Spore!
Searing flame! Reload!
This one Hurricane! On guard! Inferno Blast! Switch to offense!
Strike.
Silent
Take this.
Mission!
Dragon Shout! On guard!
Take
Dragon
this.
Strike!
Take this.
Here we go!
Win.
Glacial Spear! Here's perfect! A new leader on top!
Die.
Lightning Strike! Swallow Dance!
Lunar Corruption!
Take this.
By the power of water!
You're mine. No escape.
Ready and rare!
Severing Wind.
Swallow
Mirage.
Dance!
Not today.
I can
Just
carve
like
through
that.
armor! Switch to offense!
Here goes!
Flaming Meteor!
Die.
Dragon Shout!
Enjoy.
If it's in the sky, it's
Oh,
mine!
too shy
Take
to
this.
Hurricane! Flaming Meteor! Punch!
Be gone.
No further.
Here, let me help! Hurricane Strike! Look sharp!
Mega Ray!
This one's mine!
Now this is
Megasonic
enjoy.
Rush!
Take
Hurricane
this.
Swallow Dance! Lightning Strike!
Will this help?
Crumble! Hurricane
All
Strike!
mine.
Healing Circle!
Appreciate the help! Off my focus!
Burn.
On guard!
Try
Go
harder.
away!
Now. Take this.
Hurricane Strike!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Hurricane!
Die.
Radiant Pierce!
It's time!
Here's a healing heart!
Now you see what I can do! Now I'm in the groove!
Take this.
Glacial Punch! Eat this!
No escape.
Inferno Punch!
Annihilation!
Mirage.
strike!
I'll heal you
tear
all.
you apart!
Hurricane strike! This one's mine! Lightning
Die.
strike! I never miss! Iron storm! Denied! Arc field! Here I go! Going in!
Finish!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got him!
It's all over. Vol Run. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alpin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you? How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it? There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin is unveiling your strength. Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin? Sin is the powerful care only for domination. We never asked you to rule. No one did. What do I care? Your want. You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alpin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Not in your dreams! I'll heal you all!
I will show you true power.
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help!
Unleash light.
Lunar corruption!
You pay for that!
I can do
I'll
this
bring
all
you
day.
back from death a bit. I'll bring you back from death a bit.
Now! You're mine!
Not my finest.
Water, hear my call!
Lead into my
Hurricane
power!
strike! Lightning strike!
Healing circle!
Hurricane strike!
I owe you.
Death's abyss!
Do you require a hand?
You bleed!
Here's a healing idol!
This one's all mine! Unleash lightning! Not today!
There! Power it! Mega
Win!
Hurricane strike!
Here, let me help!
This one! Here's the first! Flaming meteor!
Get out of bed! That's enough!
Hurricane! I owe you one for that!
Ready and raring!
Lightning strike!
Try harder! My turn!
Where are you going? I'm ready!
Armor won't save you!
Her
This one's
denied!
all mine! Burn in hell!
Will this one? Talent, come on!
War now!
Get out! You're on!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Not in your dreams! Here's a healing arc! He's too fast to keep up with!
Then we'll take him together. Rinwell, follow my lead.
Okay,
I'll provide cover.
Hurricane Strike!
No
Here's the
further!
eagle.
All shall bow before me!
Freeze Lancer! Glorious power!
Here I come!
Healing circle!
All shall bow before me!
I'm on it!
Searing Slash! Reload!
Like pieces! I'm just getting started!
All shall bow before me! Ignite!
This one's mine! Hunting left!
Now you see what I can do!
Hurricane
Here I come! I'm
Right,
ready!
one freaking does it!
I'm gone.
Inspiration!
Healing!
I can do this all day!
Glacial Fire!
Swallow dance!
Can't get out of this!
Hear my call!
All shall bow before me!
Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Know your place!
I'm on!
Kneel before your sovereign! Mirage! Ignite!
Now prepare my aqua!
Your life will end here!
Flame of Fury!
He's about to attack! Yes! We need to stop him!
Freeze Blade!
I approved of it! All others shall be banished!
Searing Flame! Reload! Lightning Strike!
Try harder! Not here!
I've let you all down.
Now we're not... Bring you back from death to this!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this?
Not on my watch!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce the
You're
evil!
mine!
Torn up!
No escape!
I'm just getting started!
Mirage! Megasonic Blast! Take this! Try harder! No!
Ready! Resuscitation!
Armor won't save you!
This one's
Here's a
all
healing
mine!
arc! This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
Come on, roll now!
Severing Red!
Inferno!
Mirage!
Hurricane Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
No! It can't end here! Nothing alone! All shall bow before me! Die! Is this what real pain feels like?
Hurricane Strike!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Hurricane Strike!
What's this?
Here goes! Hurricane Strike! By the power!
Take
These
this!
sticks have got your name on them!
Eat this!
Take this!
Die!
A new lease on life!
I'm on it!
Can't heal you forever! First aid!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I shall be the ruler of all things!
Hurricane Strike!
Here I come! Wind! All shall bow before me!
What was I
Take your strike!
I can carve through armor!
Is this what real pain feels like? This should do
Healing
it!
circle!
Take this!
It's over!
A new lease on life!
One's mine!
Florida! Ready! Mega Red!
Kneel before your sovereign! Ignite!
Freezing storm!
You're finished!
Eagle assault!
Your life will end here!
What's this? Reload! Rolling Tide! Reload!
I approve of it! All others shall be banished! Dragon Shell!
Tornado!
Try harder! No! Run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shionne's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Shion. What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A Dark Master Core?
Renis Alma!
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよそれは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いたあの時見えなかった
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma. The present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it. If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Dahnans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently. The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity. I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Dahnans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissalma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renaissalma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask.
All right, then.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are you?
I did.
Are they not?
No.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly.
Oh, right. So you have your rations, and it's enough food.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Do your rations taste...
I don't know.
What's that supposed to
I haven't eaten them, so I don't...
Wait. If you're not...
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told...
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know.
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills. But not...
Are you saying...
Definitely.
It seems like the people here still tend to...
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards. You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
what the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just Danans from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volrun soldiers. Watch yourselves.
I can carve through all of you!
It's over!
Firmament Rider!
Take this! Move it!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here! Begin!
Tornado Crush!
Where are you going?
Look sharp!
Lightning Thunderblade!
Take it!
Not a chance!
Go! Got you! Lightning!
Mirage!
Thunder Field!
This one's all mine!
Annihilation Force!
Take this!
Captivity!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Thunderblade! Hey,
You don't say.
Well...
Well,
How?
Oh, wow!
so then.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
well, either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
Finally made it.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
but if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years, so many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the people refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me, but after a while, I came to realize that it's not.
Then what the hell are we
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them. Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. Those Zugals roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Have you guys... checked your equipment lately?
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Danon master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. As a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I'm looking forward to breakfast. Morning. Ready to head out?
Got a bad feeling about this one.
Me too. Better keep our distance.
Will...
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's a duel of the
My head's spinning. Just watch it.
Hit him where it hurts. Now you see what I can do.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Here I come!
I never miss.
On it. Here now.
You're finished!
Mega Ray.
An astral art?
That's my healing.
Shut him down! Shivering wind!
Here's a healing art. Confiscating. First aid.
I really am.
Hurricane Flight.
All mine!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Let's keep up the pressure! Where are you going? Flaming meteor! It's hold on to your arm! Here I come! Lightning! Downfall!
You're finished!
Here goes! Eat this!
It's over! Severing wind!
Flaming meteor!
You're on!
Inferno crossing! This one's mine!
Severing wind!
Going in! Just getting started! It's weakened!
This ends now!
Not in your dreams! Lunar! Anything in armor is all mine! I'm like bait to them! In a vine? Here goes! Rip and tear! I never miss! This one's mine!
This one's all mine! Eat this!
Wicked! Right!
Severing wind!
Now you're on!
Amazing.
Wind!
Here goes! In here! This time! I never miss!
Here I come!
Don't mind if I do! Take Bolero! Lunar Corruption! Glacial Fire! Dexter, come through! Hurricane Spike!
Not today!
Ready to go!
You! You're mine!
Burning
Severing wind!
Hurricane Spike!
You're on!
Lunar Fire!
Severing!
Not daydreams!
I owe you one.
Swallow dance!
This one's all mine! Eat this! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
You're mine! Instruct!
Ground and Ice Tornado!
Now, while it's reeling!
These fists have got your name on them! Put the marksman handle this! Well lasted.
That's it!
Here, hold on to your arm. Here I come! You're all! Don't mind if I do!
Take this!
By the power!
Stay away from my friend!
Anything in armor is all right! From death to bit!
I'm on! No escape! Wind!
Don't mind if I do!
Here we go again!
Watch this!
Take it! Wind!
In a bind? Ground and power! I'll heal you all! Hurricane Ready! Hurricane
This is what real pain feels like?
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am!
I owe you.
Lightning strike! Will this hurricane strike? This one's mine! Far enough! Right expert, coming through! This one's mine!
Severing wind!
Swallow dance!
It's on!
The problem! Now beat the crap out!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Time to heal some hurt!
I'll smash you! I'm on a roll now!
You're mine! Severing wind! You're on! Okay, here I
Here goes! Hurricane! Not on my watch! Annihilate!
You're on!
You have to one!
Prepare to be healed!
Going in!
No escape!
Going in!
No
This
escape!
one's mine!
It's over! This one's all
Feel the
mine!
medicine working. Here, let me help.
Now it comes! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. I always love the sound of hammers banging away. choice.
Don't mind if I do.
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
It's over.
Ray!
The flame inside me, yours. Commander of Heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it.
Yeah! Nice technique!
I'm not done.
Don't worry, I got plenty. I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Be my guest.
I really owe you one.
I can feel my precision improving.
Get lost!
Take this.
Here I go.
It's mine!
Severing wind. Ignite.
Ready and rare.
You're mine.
These ones give us boosts of astral energy!
Say no more. Not a chance.
Lightning! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Yes.
What?
I'm sorry.
Rin. Good. Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alpha.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going... What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion!
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balseph, too. You saw her, right, Xion? Xion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
We've reached our destination.